Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Cop Ultra's podcast show. The FA Community Shield is not just around the corner, it's just in about a few hours of time. The FA Community Shield is upon us, and it's Liverpool's chance to actually, for the start of the new season, to actually go after a so called silverware, I would presume. We are facing a very good Crystal Palace side. Uh, Crystal Palace, and in terms of Oliver Glasner, and they are also the current FA Cup winners as well. So credit to them as well in terms of what they've achieved for the very first time in a very long time for Crystal Palace, and it's a very first major honor and a trophy in the history of Crystal Palace itself. So it's a separate occasion where we need to tip our hat and show some respect to Crystal Palace as well, because they are a very hardworking side. Oliver Glasner is a very hardworking coach. He has drilled the team to, not to say to perfection, but then he's brought out a lot of the making Crystal Palace a very strong team mentally, defensively, attacking wise. Even though they do have a little bit of bumps here and there, but overall, Crystal Palace is uh, quite uh, good adversary when it comes to attacking, because they do have the likes of Jean-Philippe Mateta. They do have Munoz in there, and they still have Eberechi Eze, who has also been heavily linked with Arsenal in recent months as the summer transfer window has started, and he's been heavily linked with Arsenal at the moment. So that is a one to watch. But definitely, we would see Eberechi Eze being involved in the lineup for today's FA Community Shield matchup. I don't want to go too much in detail about Crystal Palace because it's mainly about Liverpool, and how is our squad depth currently looking like ahead of the FA Cup. The FA Community Shield. So, as far as team lineup and squad depth is concerned, we did have a departure, Darwin Nunez, who has passed his medical for Al Hilal, and also he has subject to transfer and also international clearance, and I think he's already considered officially a Al Hilal player. But in terms of team, the way the squad looks like, we have added some very good players as well. We've added Jeremy Frimpong, we've added Milos Kerkez, we've added in very fantastic, talented young player from Bayer Leverkusen, Florian Wirtz, and we've also signed from Eintracht Frankfurt. We've also signed Hugo Ekitike. So looking at how Liverpool's attack currently looks like, it looks like we are a little bit short in the attacking department. We do still have the likes of Gakpo, the likes of Salah still there. Not to mention like Luis Diaz has also left as well. So in terms of the squad as a whole, so we have significantly strengthened our team as well since we lifted the Premier League. So definitely some of the new recruits of Arne Slot are waiting to make their competitive debuts as well. We could see the introduction of maybe Mamadashvili in goalkeeper. We do have Frimpong, we also have Milos Kerkez, we also have Florian Wirtz, we also have Hugo Ekitike. So majority of the players that I've mentioned here, they have high, strong possibilities of starting in the first 11 for the Community Shield. So with that, I would also like to show you guys how I predict the lineup would definitely look like ahead of this match. So let me just give you guys a quick view of what is to be expected in terms of lineup, which will be shown later today at the Community Shield. So guys, here, as what I can see here on my laptop screen that I've actually opened up in here, um, I'm looking at more of like a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 formation. That is what I'm primarily looking at right now. We do have some injury concerns as well. It's a little bit thin at the back as well, because Conor Bradley was injured. He had a minor setback and a minor injury during preseason. So uh, definitively he would not be available for this game against Crystal Palace. Joe Gomez as well, who might not be available as well for this game because he also had a minor Achilles injury as well. So, despite making a little bit of a comeback and being involved in preseason, he has another slight setback. So definitely very unfortunate in terms of Joe Gomez's side, because he wasn't really involved in terms of last season due to injuries as well. Takes a lot of your playing time away from you. Definitely takes a lot of confidence away from you. But I mean, I totally understand, Joe Gomez's frustration in terms of, being injured on a consistent basis and not being able to be starting back, getting on the pitch and, kicking the ball here and there, definitely running, trying to be more involved in preseason and hopefully, be more involved this season compared to last season. But then definitely this is a minor setback. So hopefully he'll be coming back from injury soon. So in terms of formation is concerned, like I said, it could be a 4-3-3, it could be a 4-2-3-1. So mainly who I'm looking at in terms of defense would be a more not to say makeshift, but then we can introduce our new faces in the team as well. So Allison would be back in goal because yes, he was absent recently during preseason because of a personal issue that he need to a personal matter, personal matter that he needed to be handling in terms of family, so he will be back on the squad. So most likely it would be Allison, and then on the back four, I would rather have. I think we would be Arne Slot. We would have added Milos Kerkez, Virgil van Dijk, Ibu Konate, and then there will be Jeremy Frimpong. So it's a very high octane, fast paced back four. Definitely Kerkez and Frimpong. They have shown, a little bit of the way they play and the style in which they look to be implementing under Arne Slot as well. So you can see a lot of overlapping runs, underlapping runs from these two players. So definitely looking forward to seeing these guys actually, dominate the left back and right back positions. And then you would have the midfield three, which I could say, and or maybe you could say a double pivot of midfield. If you're going for the 4-2-3-1 formation, then I'm looking at Soboslai and Gravenberg because, like I said earlier, which was Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez as well, McAllister, who also was had a little bit of an injury issue for like 1-2 weeks. He was available. He was playing in the final games, I think, against Athletic Bilbao, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think he would be heavily involved in this game per se, but he will definitely be on the bench. So in that case, highly likely it would be Soboslai, Gravenberg on the pivot position on midfield, and then you would see at the top of the third midfield player it would be Florian Wirtz. So definitely one of the players that we are definitely looking forward to see how he plays in a proper competitive matchup against a proper Premier League team like Crystal Palace is concerned. So definitely we would see Florian Wirtz, Soboslai, Gravenberg in midfield, and then on the attacking front, we would have the front three, a little bit thin, but we do have some stopgap options as well. We do have the young Rio Ngumoha who's there, who has absolutely blown past preseason and actually broke into the scene. Definitely a very very exciting young player that we are definitely looking forward to seeing for the upcoming season and for the rest of the new season as well. But then he's still 16 years old. You would definitely not see him start for a competitive game like the FA Community Shield. So uh, Arne Slot would most likely be going for the more experienced front three, which would be Gakpo, Salah, and as in the striker position could be Hugo Ekitike. So Hugo Ekitike, I saw a little bit of glimpse of the way he plays. Very very interesting, but he didn't exactly play 100. I mean, he didn't play the full 90 minutes of. I think when he was in Japan, I didn't really see him play in the striker position a lot, but I saw him being drifting more wide, playing on the left hand side, trying to bring in the defenders to him and cutting in from the left, cutting in from the left to the right, and then swapping positions with Gakpo, not so much with Salah, but then he would usually do all those overlapping runs together with Salah in order for Mo to actually make some crosses and making some significant passes as well. So a lot of the playmaking would have been done by Salah and Waits as well. So you could see Ekitike primarily floating himself in the attacking position, in the striker's position, as well as the position is in the left wing as well, which is predominantly where he was also used to playing when he was in Frankfurt and playing alongside Omar Mamouche as well, who was also in Frankfurt at that time. So definitely you could see this angle of formations and predicted lineups, which would be Ekitike, Gakpo, Wade, Salah, so Bosley, Gravenberg, and then you would have Kirkes, Van Dijk, Konate, Frimpong, and Allison. So that would be my option one. So let's go and have a look at the option two. Now, in terms of option two is concerned, there would be a little bit of changes and also some of the existing lineup and players that you would see that I had on my first option, which was you would have the usual Van Dijk, Konate, and then you would have Frimpong because allegedly now Trent is not no longer with us in the right back position, and also Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez are also injured as well. So Frimpong would be the ultimate right back in the right back position. So I don't think I'll be changing that anytime in my second predicted lineup. So, but in the keeper's position, it is a little bit interesting as well. I have seen the way I've seen how Mamadashvili plays. Very tall, very long. Can save a ball, can play the pass with his leg. He can, play passes with the defenders and, definitely play with the ball with his feet. And he's also very good with his hands. So there is an opportunity where Arne Slot might deploy Mamadashvili at the goalkeeper position. We'll never know. So, but then I would like to, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Mamadashvili fares in this game as well. So it's definitely a risk that could be worth taking, but at the same time, maybe due to the pressure, he can make blunders as well. So you never know. So, let's not look too much on the negatives, but then let's see if Arne Slot definitely adds in Mamadashvili. So Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk would be in the back four, and then finally, I think if Arne Slot really thinks that, not to say that Kirkes is not ready to play in a Community Shield game or in a competitive game, because he's a Premier League proven player, we do have a very senior left back in our midst as well. We do have three left backs, minded. We do have three left backs. We do have Robertson, we have Kirkes, and we also have Kostas Tsimikas. So in this game, I don't think Kostas would be involved as much. I think he would be on the bench. So, like I said, my first option would be Kirkes. My second option would be Robertson. So, I mean, in terms of the, I don't need to say how Robertson plays. I think everyone fairly knows how Robertson is when it comes to playing for Liverpool. He's a fantastic player. Uh, gets it on the ball, always attack, attack, attack. Defense, I mean, in terms of defending, he defends the ball with his life. So definitely, I would be happy to see Robertson play on the left back position as well. And I would be also happy if I would be able to see Kirkes, make his competitive debut for Liverpool in this game as well. So that would be my back four. And then if I were to look at the same 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3 formation, then definitely Wirtz will be there. Waits will be there. Primarily because we would need that solid number 10 player to actually play those significant passes and pushing forward and trying to pressurize the defense and a lot of the playmaking abilities, sharing it together with Salah. So I see Florian Wirtz doing more of that in my first option and in my second option as well. So I don't think his position would be taken away, but we never know. Arne Slot might change his mind. He might go back to his favorite midfield three of Szoboszlai, Gravenberg, and McAllister as well. So in this sense, in this second option, I would definitely say it could be in terms of McAllister, Gravenberg, and Wirtz. So if if that is the case, then definitely Gravenberg would be sort of like the deep lying midfielder who will be definitely playing as a back three together with Van Dijk and then Konate, and also he could be the deep lying midfielder who brings the ball from the back and then pushes it forward and plays more forward passes towards McAllister and Waits, who ultimately who will be distributing the passes towards the right backs and the left backs, and then also bringing in the long balls forward for Gakpo and also for Salah and also for Ekitike as well. So um, in terms of midfield three, there will be Wirtz, Maka, Gravenberg, and then in my front three, there will be the usual Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah. So like I said, in terms of squad depth, we are still okay, but then there is a very glaring, visible, loss of depth in terms of attack, as you can clearly see, because we do have the likes of Ben Doak. We also do have Jaden Dance, who can also play at the striker's position. Ben Doak, who can play in Salah's position as well. So Rio, definitely he could play at the left side and the left wing, but then it's highly unlikely because I feel that I think also Arne Slot feels that he doesn't want to push the player too much. He's still very young. He got lots to learn, lots of experiences to gain from playing uh, different matches across the season. We have loads of matches. I mean, for the upcoming season. So this would not be just the one that he would not be playing. So definitely, um, it will be more of an experience for Rio in terms of getting some experience. But I don't think he would be the one to deputize for Gakpo at the moment. Uh, you know, Waits might play at the left wing position if at all Gakpo is a little bit not so effective in the left. So Waits can play in the left. TK could play in the left. So we do have different options as well. We also do have Harvey Elliott at the moment, despite the fact that he's being, looked at by RB Leipzig. So uh, I will do a separate video on that in terms of how transfers are actually going for us at the moment. So that's about it in terms of predicted lineups. Let me know what you guys think in terms of formations and tactical lineups are in concern for you guys for the current Community Shield that is going to happen in about uh, I think it's going to happen in about 3 or 4 hours time. So the game starts at 10 p.m. in Malaysian time. So definitely tune in to the FA Community Shield. It's going to be an absolute cracker of a game. Crystal Palace, I think we should not put Crystal Palace as a team which would say like a mid-table team and incapable of winning against us. But uh, we can be proved wrong at times. Uh, we almost did the same thing in the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, and we ultimately lost against them, and then we gave them the first trophy in a very, very long time. So I don't think Arne Slot would take this match any more lightly than the one that we've lost last season, and some of the trophies that we weren't able to achieve last season. So definitely looking forward to this opportunity to face the current FA Cup winners. We did draw against them last season at home before we lifted the Premier League, which was the last game of the season. We drew 1-1. Definitely, it was a very tough matchup as well. Mo Salah scored as well. So they are a very strong team. They are a very strong team mentally and defensively. They are very, very strong. They are very quite good, and they still have Mark Gahey, whom we are also looking at to sign as well. He has 1 year left on his contract, so definitely he would also be involved for Crystal Palace in this game as well. So they do have a very strong squad as well. I mean, we might take it lightly, and we might think, like I said previously. So do not take it lightly. I do not take it lightly as well. I hope you guys don't as well. But then definitely I have every confidence in the world that our team can actually come up with a win. In terms of predictions and scoreline and all that, I think I would go with a 2-1 maybe. Maybe it would go 1-0 to Crystal Palace, and then maybe we might come back to win 2-1, or maybe we would be winning 2-0, and maybe Crystal Palace would score one, and then it'll be a very interesting and open matchup. So definitely so many angles to look at this game against Crystal Palace. Will be very, very interesting to watch, and it will be definitely the first time we are able to see Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, all our new signings playing for the team this season. So hope you guys tune in to the FA Community Shield. I will do a separate video on our summer transfer window very soon, hopefully after this one. So thank you so much for watching, and see you guys on the next video. And here's me, Puan, signing off. Take care, everyone, and you'll now walk alone.